just a hack. He's just an absolute hack. And he gets his ass kicked by his teammates every week. It's just, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
Welcome to Hack City. Had to do it.
Okay. Well, you were saying about Chubby Joe.
Normal. Okay, go ahead.
No. I just miss Chubby Joe running down the field, getting all cranky at the refs and the other players on the sideline and screaming. Jordan Coaster coming over to console you. Like,
oh yeah.
First of all, Coaster never came over to console me. He only came over to instigate. And second of all, I have to say, Chubby Joe handled himself much better on the field because I was a lot heavier. Whenever I was a lot lighter was when the two times I got those personal fouls was when I was my lightest and I was getting thrown around too much.
Really, that UConn game?
UConn game and oh my god, I forgot about the UConn game.
I forgot about UConn also.
UConn.
You had Maine and then
Maine
you had Merrimack.
and Merrimack. I was like 190, 195 in those games, but like there were at the beginning of every season, I was like 215, 220.
UConn wasn't a personal foul, but should have been on them.
That one was. They were all late hits. Then none of them were clean hits. Like I wasn't overreacting for anything.
That year I was just on special teams. I'll never forget. I was standing next to Donnie, and Joe just runs off the field and kicks the Powerade holder, whatever you call it.
I think I remember that now.
Yeah.
And Donnie was like,
"No, it was Coach Rich. It was Coach Rich.
Well,
Coach
I
Rich
was
came
standing
over.
next to Donnie.
Oh.
I'm just saying from that perspective. But go ahead. What did Coach Rich say?
No, Coach Rich came over and was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? The long snappers destroying water bottle holders? Are you kidding me?
One more time on that word?
Water bottle holders."
Okay, cool.
There
It's
you go.
been such a long week. I'm already exhausted.
All right, Joe, we'll get to your week in a minute, but first I got to explain what the hell is going on here. So this is Hack City. I know that if you're tuning into this page, maybe you're looking for some draft prospects podcasting or FCS football podcasting. Hack City came about after I killed Get to the Point.
I want you to clarify that. I want you to say that one more time.
I'm glad you admit that it was you.
I am the reason that Get to the Point, a podcast, if you're one of the new listeners, that we used to do, me, Joe DeLeone, and Jake Fire, who is with us right now. I killed that. I got very busy, took on a second job that ended up having way more hours than I had expected it to.
Like we all were busy.
Okay, you want to be a funny guy. Look, I've been working, I think Joe can attest, I've been working a fairly strong amount. But this past weekend, I was scrolling through it's at Hack City Council on Twitter now, but the formerly known Get to the Point at GTTP podcast on Twitter. And I saw some of the old clips that we had from when this was a regular show. And I'll be damned if it didn't just warm my heart up. And then just remembering the COVID shows and remembering the shows before the COVID, when I was living at home and Joe was living at home, and then Fire was still on campus. Fire was like in an apartment over the summer, and he was always kind of working out, kind of not. It was a very weird time for the show and the three of us, but we were cranking out a lot of shows. We were playing Risk on Xbox. And I'm like,
that was great.
I was like, wow, this is if anything, I enjoyed doing it, and I think Fire enjoyed doing it. I don't know if any listeners enjoyed doing it.
I know Fire enjoyed doing it, but there'd be the occasional week where Fire would be like, I've got defensive meetings at 7 until 10 o'clock at night, and then we wouldn't get Fire on, and it completely derailed the betting segment that we did.
I mean, have a little sympathy, all right, you guys.
Yeah, sinners and losers.
I do have some sympathy.
Joe,
do.
Let's not get twist it here, all right? You were a specialist. You didn't have any meetings.
I don't disagree with that. I wasn't busy. I'm far busier now than I was ever in when I was playing college football.
I believe it. You're a busy guy. You too, Sean. I mean, you had O-line meetings, but still.
Right. No, it was different in college, but now I just wanted to clarify for everybody that's why you didn't get an episode to Get to the Point for the last year.
Well, Sean, I don't
Maybe
even
my fault.
We don't even need to like draw upon Get to the Point because our listening base was a lot smaller at the time. I mean, like the Hack City YouTube channel, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We have a lot more people that are tuning into the FCS stuff. So this is just an extension of that. It's not a pullback from Get to the Point. We want to do these whenever we have the time.
Yeah. Did I tell you Ryan came on the show today?
Ryan Roberts came on?
Yeah.
Ryan didn't tell me. That's funny.
He dropped my real name, and then that became a whole segment of its own because I don't go by that on that show. My name on that show. So I just I know that Ryan does a show with Joe on Hack City on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and do that. Fire was talking about starting his own podcast, which was weird. With Yanni.
Ed Lee also asked me about starting a podcast.
Ed Lee wants to do a show.
I actually kind of dropped the ball. I'm really sorry to Ed because I told him I would help him, and then I just got busy with other stuff.
I think he's still doing it. I talked to him recently, but the thing with me and Yanni, that was more of like a joke. It would have been more of like a comedic podcast more than anything else. But
because there's no comedy that happens here. Yeah,
like what we do is 100% serious and focused.
Okay, you know what I mean. I don't even know if it would have any sports influence at all.
You know what really got me was Fire spitting a Slim Jim out of the window because Joe loves Slim Jim so much. I remember the Jake Fire taste test through Massachusetts.
God, that blew up, huh?
That was pretty big. We never got the pork rinds there. So I feel like it would be strong if everyone kind of gave a check-in. I feel like we haven't talked as much as needed. So Fire, I'll just pass it on to you. A check-in from Jake Fire after the hiatus.
Yeah, well, still have another year of football. So
how's that possible?
Yeah, because
redshirt year 8.
Yeah, it'll be year 6. So let's calm it down a little bit.
Christ.
Yeah, so redshirted, then COVID. Okay, am I going to be allowed to?
Lorenzo
explain?
Fire Bryant?
Sorry, are you going to be? Wait! I don't mean to cut you off. Are you going to be like 25 by the time that you're done? Like that's not even a joke.
I'm 20. I'll be 23 when I'm done.
Jake
Kenny
over here.
What are you saying?
Nothing. Continue.
Yeah,
sorry, you got another year of
keep it up.
football. Sorry, go ahead.
Keep it up.
You got another
I
year.
got one more year of football, then I'm done, and then afterwards, probably going to go into coaching.
Oh, okay. So that me and Joe were talking about it, talking about you behind your back on Saturday, I believe, maybe Sunday. I said I thought you were going into finance or business, and then Joe said, "No, I think he's going to stick around the sport." I said, "No, I really believe that Fire is just going to sell out." So you're sticking with it.
I mean, I'm getting my MBA to fall back on, but yeah, I'm staying with the sport, man. Love it too much.
You know what? I win. Yeah, he's going to end up.
Are you staying at Rhode Island though? Is that what the plan is?
To be determined. I have no idea.
Can we get a Jake Fire commitment show when we know where you're going?
Yeah. I'll give a LeBron South Beach announcement. I'm taking my talents to.
I'm not even joking. Don't go public with that. Do it on here.
Okay, sure. When I find out what's happening in the future, this show will be the first.
So is it going to be you and Emil coaching at URI?
Emil is coaching right now, but I don't know if he'll be there long term. It's just like, who knows? Because it's not like a GA spot. It's like
he's just there.
Yeah, it's just like a role for players to get their feet wet.
Okay.
Kind of like what Book did.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. What Book did that spring, and then he went on to he coached high school after that, right? He became head coach.
Yeah, he's head coach. Fire, you still have a girlfriend?
I do. Yeah.
Oh,
when are we getting invited to the wedding? By the way,
possible.
But wait. I don't mean to.
3 years in May. So
I got invited to. Guess whose wedding I got invited to the other day?
Who?
Hayden Pryor.
No way.
What?
Yeah, he's getting married. He hit me up. He invite you, Sean. Fuck you.
No, he didn't invite me. I wasn't in the nerd corner.
I was in the nerd corner.
Oh, Hayden and Coaster wasn't the nerd corner.
Coaster's locker was nowhere near us.
Sorry, Coaster. I might be seeing Coaster this weekend.
Why?
I'll be in Boston.
So Anthony Garrow's in Boston, Jake Fire's in Boston, and you're gonna hit up Jordan Coaster.
Ryan Sullivan texted me. I still haven't responded to him. Also, he's doing something at a bar.
Fire. When are you getting married?
In the future, but it will be with this person. So yeah.
Okay,
dude, are we gonna get the invite, or are we gonna be allowed to?
I don't think I will.
That doesn't sound very.
No, it's gonna be Fire and Myers and Malik Gavik, and it's gonna be the whole crew.
You know how many of our teammates are gonna be at my wedding?
I would assume 15, 16 maybe.
Probably 50. Probably 50 guys.
Okay. I think if me and Joe can crack the top 50, that'd be pretty strong.
Yeah, I think you can.
I don't know if we do. I'd like to,
but
I don't know if we do.
The other thing with that is, if I have 50 guys coming, and you're one of those guys that's left out of that 50, I don't want anybody being like, wow, 50 guys made it ahead of me.
Oh, no. I will be upset. I will be genuinely upset.
I will.
No.
Everyone else? Everyone else that doesn't make it? Fuck them.
I'm not saying you guys aren't going to make it. I'm just saying, thinking about the guys that aren't.
Fuck them.
What? Yeah, I don't care about them.
Okay, well, like let's do the math. Like, how many guys do we think we've? Well, actually, you've been there for 8 years, so it's obviously more. But how many guys have we played with? It's probably what
200 guys a year. 100 guys a year.
Yeah, but like most of them are recycled. So like what, 250, 300 total?
Well, transfers and new guys coming in, I'd probably say 25 new guys a year.
So let's just say roughly like 250. I mean, in total. I mean, I doubt that I didn't communicate
total.
With that many people.
Maybe less than 200.
Yeah. I doubt there will be many people that will be upset that they don't get the invite.
Yeah, no.
All right, continuing on the fire, spring ball fire. How did it go?
Spring ball was great.
Okay, don't lie. How was spring ball?
It was great. It was actually good. We had defense. Defense was solid. Offense was good as well.
So waking up and then going and getting punched in your face at 7:30 in the morning. That was still fun.
Sean, if I didn't love it, I wouldn't still be doing it.
Okay.
It's called grit.
Not true. Sometimes people make commitments to themselves, even though they
grit.
hate it.
Look it up.
That's what Sean did.
God. Spring ball, awful. Spring ball stunk. And I'm like, I'm not going to quit. I can't quit. I'm not going to be a quitter, but I'm going to hate this. I'm going to hate spring ball.
Love it or leave it, Sean. It's a fucking good game, man.
Okay, I understand. All right. Fire, unless you have anything pressing to add on to your recap, I'm going to move on to Joe now. I don't know if we've done a show since Joe's been out to Los Angeles, but Joe,
no, we have not.
All right, give us the details, all of them, all of them. Go ahead. I don't know. If
Why you gotta phrase it? Why you gotta phrase it that way?
Because I'll know if it's all of them.
I don't like the way that you're no. Okay, so
all
I
right,
moved
Joe,
out
recap.
here.
We're trying to get everyone reacquainted.
I moved out here, and things with my current job have progressed rapidly. Where I'm working at Believe as a producer, full time. Work closely with like a lot of guys. Like I work closely with D.R. King and his show, and I'm on Green's show. I work closely with Pac-Man, Jones. There's a lot of guys that we work with at the network that are former athletes and stuff like that, and just trying to build up our branding, and our company's it's just rapidly growing. There's a lot of stuff that I can't even speak on that we're just starting to step into more, which just I don't know. I've been work focused. I know Sean wants me to talk about other shit, and I was distracted at one point with
We can swear. We can swear in this.
I've said fuck like 3 times, but I mean, Sean wants me to say it. I was distracted at one point with dealing with my breakup after 3 years, but like I'm completely moved past that, and I'm focused on work. But that's what Sean wanted me to say.
I wanted you to say it for you and for the listeners and Jake Fire, so we can all.
Well, I was distracted by it, but I'm glad that I moved out here. I needed to get away from the East Coast for a little bit.
I have a quick segue. We're going right back into your shtick. I'm saying this.
Go ahead,
oh my God. Because you guys are going to be invited to my wedding with my girlfriend, am I going to be invited to yours? Both of you guys.
I'm not getting married anytime soon. I have absolutely no intention of getting married anytime soon.
Yeah, me and Joe have a deal that I'll come to his divorce party. I won't go to his wedding.
We also agreed that if I get married before I'm 30, Sean gets to shoot me. That's actually there's a binding.
Right. It's a lot
because I just need someone to hold me accountable. I need somebody to hold me accountable. I can't get distracted. I don't have the time. I just don't have the time or the energy. Sean gets a weekly text from me where I'll go on like a date with like a girl I meet off a Hinge, and then I'm just like, I don't have the energy for this. I don't care to get to know somebody. I have no interest to do this anymore. I'm so exhausted from work.
Hey, love isn't for everybody.
I don't disagree with that. I'm a terrible person. I'm a miserable person. I don't disagree with that. Fire.
I didn't know that was the quote.
I'm not meant to be in a relationship. I'm just not. Every time that I think I am, it never goes well.
Well, Joe,
Would you say love isn't for everybody? What is this?
I agree with that statement. Fire makes a really good point.
No, I'm just saying like
he was talking about whiskey. It's not for everybody, man.
Or like LSD.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Joe, if you find a girl, man, don't hold yourself back. That's all
He
you
will
gotta
find
say.
a girl. Actually, no. I wasn't going to go to Joe's second wedding. That was the deal that we had. I go to his first. I'd
But
speak
you're
at it.
also allowed to shoot. You're also allowed to
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm probably not going to shoot him. I'd hit him with a baseball bat. And then
Shoot
maybe
We'll
Joe.
we'll put together like with that act. That was a bad voice crack. My voice has been cracking this whole fucking week. I've just been. We'll figure out the parameters for you getting to shoot me. Like I'll put on like a bulletproof vest or something like that.
No. That's not bulletproof vest. I'll just shoot you. Why do you get a bulletproof vest? Why? That's not the deal, Joe. You have given me strict text messages saying this is the situation. I said, deal, fine, I'll do it.
So can you just shoot me in the head? Is that like what we're going for?
I don't
here?
know. I'll see how it goes.
Okay, fine. I'm not getting married then.
I'll look into your eyes and I'll see if this man is worth saving.
Okay.
At this point, that's how I'm going to operate.
Okay.
What if we had a segment sometime? What if we had a segment sometime and it was like a blind reality dating Joe, and it's all for Joe?
I wouldn't mind that. I think
like
Joe's
that.
doing okay for himself in LA.
We also talked about. I also pitched to Sean the dry spell check-in. If ever one of us goes on it, this is going to be relevant to you, Fire. But if ever one of us goes longer than a month from getting laid, we would check in on that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a separate. I'm down for whatever you just suggested, Fire.
Yeah, let's stick with the reality dating blind contest.
Okay, what do you elaborate? What are you thinking?
Well, just Joe swipes and starts trying to talk to girls on the internet. Is that what you're thinking, or like bring a girl in here on the StreamYard and say, "Hey, go ahead, talk to my boy."
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll
That's
mute
so
her.
awkward.
No, we'll bring them in. We'll bring in like 3 girls. We'll mute their screen so you can't see, and then you'll ask questions and.
Oh, it's a dating game.
Yeah,
so Joe
game.
would ask them questions, and then here's our eligible bachelor. And
so you would have to
to
find willing participants for this. You'd have to find somebody who would want to. I'm down for it. I think that sounds so stupid, but I'm so for it.
You will sweat through your shirt.
Yeah,
I think you will make it uncomfortable for me.
No, I think you overestimate how how well I do.
I would pay an egregious amount of money to watch you fumble and bumble your way through that segment.
I miss it so much.
No, I am not that bad. I do perfectly fine. Why do you think I'm like
what?
Why do you think like I'm inept here? Like what? You guys have
no. I have.
I do better than both of you guys think I do.
I know how you do.
Yes, you do.
You do fine.
I was in a relationship the whole time. You knew me, Fire.
That's fair.
I think Joe's doing fine. Did you hear about the scooter fire?
Scooter.
Did you hear about the scooter fire?
No, I didn't. Because after you killed the show, you guys barely talked to me. So.
Sorry, this was discussed a little bit. Joe, I think you were. Well, Joe, just the final check-in on Joe when you busted up your face.
The last update. So in November, I came back for Thanksgiving. Had one of my buddies from high school lives in San Diego, and he was very intent on coming up to hang out that weekend. And I was like, I don't really, like I'm exhausted. I was drunk the whole week. Like I just want to like relax. And so he ends up coming up, and I'm like, okay, let's go to a bar and watch the college football games. And there's this one bar near me that has like really cheap, like a really good beer deal where it's $25 and you get 5 of those tall Bud Light cans. So like we ordered that, and you just sit there and you drink them out of the bucket for the next 3 hours. So I
know the bucket.
I was decently drunk. And we decided that we wanted to change locations to another bar. The bad habit that I had established before this is sometimes grabbing one of those bird scooters that you tap into and you pay for. So we get on the bird scooter, should not have been on the stupid thing. And I missed, I just barely clipped the curb when I was going over it. Completely slid underneath me, slammed my face into the concrete, completely scraped up my face. I posted on Twitter. There was a picture of it.
I just texted it to you, Fire.
It was pretty bad, but I could have been a lot worse. And I think constantly of how stupid I was for doing that. And I won't go near those things ever again. I never will.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite Joe story to date because he sent me the photo with no context. I thought Joe got in a fight. I thought, that
would have been cooler. I got in a fight with
Joe
the concrete.
just got in a fight, and then no, he planted his face firmly into the sidewalk.
Fire,
And
what are you
bo-
doing? Can you
but
fix your camera?
He's looking at the picture. I think.
I'm trying. It's done now. Camera won't come back.
Cameras. This is my fault then. I shouldn't have. I forgot that he was on his phone.
Fix the camera. I swear.
What do you think I'm trying to do, Joe?
He's back.
Like, you don't think I'm hitting the camera button, Joe? I'm hitting the camera button. It wasn't going.
I'm just checking.
Oh,
You're hitting it a little too much, apparently.
Oh, all right.
I was
spamming
it. I'm here, but it's just going now. So we.
Well, yeah.
This is
the worst.
I'm not even touching it.
This is the worst. It's got to be the worst visual experience ever. Are you? It looks to be back for good now.
Stay.
Why is your computer broken, by the way?
Why wouldn't it be?
It's old. It just won't charge anymore.
Okay. Can you buy a new one with a webcam in it?
Yes.
Okay.
My God, dude.
This is the worst. I forgot how
I remember
bad Fire was
Fire
with
is-
tech.
Yeah.
It's awful with
Christ,
technology. All right, I don't think anybody.
That's not true.
It is true.
Anyways, go ahead, Sean. Let's
All right, I'll recap Sean for us. So Sean has been
okay.
miserable working way too much.
I've been fine, by the way.
He calls
Not
me from
miserable.
time to time when he wants to tell me that he had sex with someone. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and then I completely rug pulled him on a possibility with getting him a job. That's basically it. We can't go into that. We can't dive into that, Sean. But
You just dove into some things that.
All right, well, continue.
Well, yeah, that's about
ahead.
it. I've been producing a show on the side. Still working at Sirius. Moved out of my parents' basement about, I think, last August, actually. Living with 3 buddies. It's more of a college house that I live in now than what I lived in college. Probably because I was living with a power control freak at the top of the house.
Yeah.
Whereas now, everyone's
Bottle
kind of
cap.
grown up. Oh my God.
I'm not doing this again, Fire. I'm not
It
doing
was
this.
such
You were
a
wrong.
cheap.
I have a sturdier
it was
table
such
now.
a cheap table. And Fire,
wasn't cheap.
I recall, was in there. It was cheap. It
It
was
was a
cheaply made.
decent table.
It was
It didn't
not.
need to get marked up.
Oh my God.
It was a $200
Give me a little
table.
bit of wood polish and it'll look fine.
Okay, well, you didn't even
Such
offer
a
to come
baby.
and fix
Oh
that,
my
so
God.
that's
Because it was such a small, minute thing.
it was still something that needed to be fixed.
Oh, did the functionality?
Yes, the
of
table stopped. The table stopped working after that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Sean. Continue.
What a Joe's Joe's a baby. So it's been fun living outside of the house and then going to DC a good amount. When I can, let me think if there's anything else. No, my life has been very, very the same every day for about a year now, which is fine.
I love looking at the show that you're on, the Instagram page, and there's like this picture of you eating Cheeto balls. It's the best.
Yes. Oh, that was a beach trip to the Outer Banks for we go down to the beach. I bring all the studio stuff so we can record at the beach with the big house.
Are you allowed to say what
of
show
all the
this is?
people? Yeah, I work on the Chad Duke show in here in DC, and then we'll do a beach trip, and then we'll get a show in, and then we'll drink or play pool or whatever's in the house or watch a movie. And then last trip, somebody brought down a big jug of the cheese balls, and then I was just housing them at about 150. I didn't know you were going through the page, Fire.
Well, first of all, I didn't know if I was allowed to say the show. That's why I didn't say
No,
the
it's
show,
all
but,
good. No, but the cheese ball picture is one of my favorites from working on that show as well. This week, Joe has been flexing nuts on everybody.
As I do.
Because he has been, I guess, is this finally professionally covering the draft? I would say.
I mean,
this year. You think? I know last year
I was. It's. I'm still not going to say I'm officially covering it yet because, I mean, there's just so many more things I could be doing. But as usual, I have my many radio hits that are going on this week as part of my. But we're Believe's doing their own draft coverage, which is why I've been running around like I have my head cut off because I had taken a second to even breathe from all this shit.
Why
that we've
would
been
you
doing.
be able to run with your head cut off?
I don't fucking know,
The
man.
phrase
I
is
don't
running
know.
around like a chicken with its head cut off.
I don't know, man.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
What?
Aiden Hutchinson, boom or bust?
I don't think he's a bust. I think he's the safest prospect in the class because he's the most further developed player of the edge prospects. He's the furthest along, but his ceiling's a lot lower than Travon Walker and Kayvon Thibodeau. That's why the Jaguars are probably going to take him. It's because he's further along. They know that he can contribute earlier. But the other guys are, if they hit, they hit. They're going to be really, really talented. I think Thibodeau's the best of the group, in my opinion. But Jaguars aren't going to take him.
I forgot how little nuance Fire had when it came to me trying to set up a segment, and then he just decides, all right, there's a whale in the ocean.
Let him ask him a question.
I'm going to spear it. Yeah, I was going to go into Joe's overall draft impressions, who he wanted for the Giants, who Fire wanted for the Giants, who I would have wanted for the Falcons. And then that's how
Who I want for the Giants? You mean the Patriots?
Who do you want for the Patriots? Pardon me. Go ahead. Who do you want for the Patriots, Fire?
I'd like them to take a wide receiver.
What? You want a wide receiver? Who do you want?
I like Chris Olave out of Ohio State. He's smooth. I think a fall. I think we got him. But I don't.
He's going to be there. He's not. It's not even going to be a fall for him. He's going to be there.
I don't think they're going to take him though. I don't know what. I think they'll probably go interior offensive line because we lost Shaq Mason. So
where did he go this year?
Bucks.
Yeah, he went to the Bucks.
Right,
I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Buccaneers.
All right, Joe. Who do you want for the Giants?
Evan Neal at one of those picks, or Ika McQuanu, and then the second one, Jermaine Johnson or Trayvon Walker, whichever one is available. It's got to be edge. It's got to be offensive line with those two picks. If it's not, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. They don't need corner help that badly. They don't need receivers that badly to draft someone in the top 10. So either of those spots are considering where the strengths are in the class.
What's the deal with Tony? Why is he dipping out?
I think part of that is just draft week murmurs. I don't know if it's legit or not, but basically what you're hearing about him is that he's just nuts. Like he's insane. Like he's certifiably just not all there, and he's a total head case.
Well, he got a massive tattoo of 89 on his back.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I hope he doesn't get traded to somewhere else where he can't wear 89. That would be a weird situation. I don't care who Atlanta takes. They're going to stink. I don't see this, whoever they take.
They're going to take Drake London.
Blossoming. Yeah, sure. Take Drake London. I'm sure he'll do okay. Whatever. I have zero faith for that team. Fire, you got, I don't know how to phrase this. I think you got a relief in the offseason, and then I think it came back to bite you again with the Brady unretirement. I haven't talked to a Pats fan about it. I didn't know if that was a sensitive matter. I'm hoping it is, because you had words towards Gronk for following Brady to the Bucs. How are you sitting with Brady in Tampa?
Like I have said in the past, and like I will say now, I'm a Pats fan. I'm not a Tom Brady. I know there's a lot of Pats fans around here in the New England area that have ventured off to become Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans.
Sure.
Tom Brady, but I am a Mac Jones guy now.
Oh.
And Brady can do what he wants down in Tampa. I will forever appreciate what he's done for New England.
I don't believe you. I think you're hurt. I think you wanted him to be out of the league this year.
No. And it also gives him a redemption ability. It gives him the opportunity to redeem himself for the lack of thank you to the Patriots fans in his retirement post.
Joe, do you think no, he just answered his entire question right there. Mm-hmm. Fire, you were hurt by the initial post, were you not? When it was all Bucks pictures.
Wasn't hurt, just a little surprised. A little surprised. That's all.
I feel like he actually took Joe, he took it personally, right? He had to have.
Oh yeah, how's Marcus Mariota doing? Are you excited about Mariota?
I'm excited to have a grown-up playing quarterback instead of Daniel Jones or Carson Wentz. I'm happy about Mariota. I got a true professional.
I'd rather have Carson Wentz than Marcus Mariota.
Oh, you're out of your dome piece. What?
No. Absolutely rather have
Carson Wentz had two back-to-back absolute stinker seasons. Absolute stinker seasons.
Well, at least he has shown that he can have an MVP caliber season.
But he hasn't done that since.
Marcus Mariota took the Titans to the playoffs.
Joe,
They're both terrible. They're both not good
Yeah,
quarterbacks. I don't know what the debate is.
who'd
They're
rather
both
have?
bad.
The debate
That's the
that
debate.
Fire just brought up is that he'd rather have Marcus Mariota. Or
I'd rather have.
Carson Wentz and
I'd rather have neither.
That's not the
you have
option,
to choose
Joe.
one. You
All
have
right,
to
choose
choose
one.
one.
Choose.
I'd rather have Marcus Mariota. Marcus
Thank
Mariota is
you.
safer, but he's not as.
Thank you.
But if Carson Wentz plays up to what he's capable of doing, he's not a jackass with a football, and he's not making stupid decisions and running in circles and then just aimlessly chucking the ball and throwing.
I mean,
picks.
at times Carson Wentz is not that bad.
When he's on, he's good, but Mariota's
Yeah.
just stale bread at this point. Like he's not as
Exactly.
athletic, I feel like, as he used to be. He's a good
Is
athlete.
Carson Wentz as athletic as he used to be?
Doesn't matter. He's not. He hasn't needed to be that. Marcus Mariota's biggest selling point was like, oh, he's really fast. He's really athletic. He can move. Carson Wentz is like big guy from North Dakota. That's basically what he is.
Was that his selling point, or was it his ability to move and escape the pocket and break tackles?
But it's a completely different type of.
It's improvising ability, not like scrambling ability.
Yeah,
Carson Wentz
Mariota
ability. Okay, sure. Go
But-
ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Marcus Mariota ran a 4.5 at the combine. I don't think Carson Wentz ran that fast.
I wouldn't say he did. Do you know what he ran?
But I think he was
Draft
like a
guru?
4.6. I think he was like a 4.6 guy. Eat shit. Don't give me that go track guru.
is that your impersonation of me?
Yeah, that's my impersonation.
Let
of
me
you.
hear it again. It was really good.
I'm not doing it again.
Go ahead. It was really good. I wanted to hear it again.
No. My point is that Carson Wentz, I think that the improvisational skills are not as good as they've been because he's always doing the bit where he's trying to do too much. He's always trying to do everything, and that doesn't necessarily work out. But
yes,
if he's not trying to do that, I would rather have him compared to Mariota. But we're not going to get that. Wentz is too far gone.
Okay, I'm gonna shift this away from Joe's draft talk before he, I don't know, tries to lambaste me or fire. I'd like to get everybody's seltzer and beer 1 seeds as of right now. I'm assuming Fire, now that spring ball is over, as a responsible athlete, you might celebrate with either a seltzer or a beer. I feel like this is a good check-in. Joe, what is that face for? Oh, you're over the show already?
No, I'm stretching.
No, all right, go ahead. Joe,
am I supposed to share mine?
Yeah, go ahead. Number 1 seltzer, number 1 beer.
I need a second. Come back to me.
All right, Fire, please save us.
I'll probably just stay classic. I'll go a White Claw and a Michelob Ultra.
That's such a fire answer. Why would that? Joe? We could have put a bet in that.
I'm not the biggest beer guy in the world.
Oh God.
So if I gave,
never mind. I'm starting to remember Fire now.
Yeah, Fire doesn't like beer. If I had to get my pick, I've been drinking a lot of High Noons lately, and I'm starting to realize that High Noons they're more expensive, but they're better they're better. They're much better than the other seltzers, in my opinion, because they're using vodka. It's not that malt alcohol. Beer, I legitimately miss Narragansetts. Like I legitimately miss them. There's
Go
nothing
ahead.
good.
You have one. Tell me how much you miss it again. You have one of those things.
What?
Doesn't hold up.
What do you mean? What?
It had the last time I had a Gansett, it did not hold up one bit.
Oh, so you're saying that the minute you had it,
I was like, oh, okay. This is what it was. This is the cheapest beer I've ever
when I was home, I was enjoying them. I wasn't thinking that way.
I miss constantly drunk Joe. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He was Joe was
that eventually.
I'm sure you will. For me, I'm gonna go Kona hard seltzer for the seltzers. Those are absolutely money. And then beers. It's tough because I'm living. Yeah, I am not Fire. Jesus Christ. I don't know the last time I've had a Bud Heavy. I live in a Modelo or a Michelob house.
Ew.
That's the house that I live in. It's Michelob's. But I've been on a big Corona kick, big Mexican beer kick for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it's getting warm right now. That's my one.
Yeah,
you have a Mexican beer for me. You have a Dos Equis.
Summertime.
Exactly. You have any of
Modelo.
those? Modelo. Oh, I'm all in. So that's where I'm at. I don't know the last time I've been disappointed by a Mexican beer.
By the way, I have to say the hard soda thing that Bud Light made, that they made that whole push during the Super Bowl,
I was
those
waiting
are
for it.
disgusting.
Oh.
Those are absolutely terrible. Those are just
Never
the
had one.
worst. Don't. It's not
The-
worth it. It's like soda with it's like diet soda with alcohol in it, and it's impossible to chug. You can't drink it. It's not. There's no redeeming qualities to it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, the Bud Light seltzers have been overwhelmingly foul. Every single variety pack they've had, definitely tried them all. There's maybe, I don't know, 2 good ones out of 8 different variety packs, just single flavors. Bud Light seltzers are absolute dog water. I'm
Hey, Joe,
trying to think.
how's the caffeine intake going?
Oh yeah, thank you, Fire. I was waiting for one more. That's what it was.
So I have to get.
Oh, you got to listen to this, Reggie.
I have to go to the gym at like 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, in order
Early
to
bird get
be able
going.
to. Yeah, in order to be able to focus. So I've been taking like a scoop and a half of Rise pre-workout, which is like 450 milligrams of caffeine at 5:30 in the morning, which you could probably imagine that's really healthy for me. I stopped taking it this week, but what I've been doing is I've just been chugging cold brew, and I have like 3 things of cold brew a day. So that's probably still like 350, 400 milligrams of caffeine. It's gotten worse, if anything. I get tired
Really?
very easily. Yeah, it's got significantly worse since that rant that I went on 2 years ago, and I said I'm not going to do the caffeine pills anymore. I'm not going to consume caffeine for a while. I just don't have the mental toughness apparently to make it through a full day without drinking caffeine on various stops. It's gotten significantly worse, and if I don't take it, I get really fucking cranky, and Sean knows that.
We don't want that.
No.
What about the sleep pills? Are you still on the sleep pills?
I'm still 100% taking the sleep pills.
Oh my
It's
god!
such a bad cycle.
You're not a natural
Just
person.
Such a bad.
But
cycle.
everything else about my diet and like everything I do to take care of my body is probably significantly better than anything that Sean touches. Like I don't drink as much as Sean does.
Nobody does.
But like all I've eaten
Why don't you
for
just
the
jack
past
and go to
3
bed
months,
like a normal person if you can't fall asleep?
I don't know.
Or
You're a
or
freak.
find somebody that you love to cuddle you. Big spoon.
I don't know.
Spoon.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Disgusting.
All right. So what about Chipotle? You had
Disgusting
Chipotle
comment
recently, Joe?
fire.
There's a Chipotle right by me. I actually go quite often.
How's it been? How's the LA Chipotle's?
It gets the job done. I don't think it's as good as the East Coast because it's so like commercialized that like you can kind of tell that it's not the best meat. But I have very frequent stops at Chipotle because it's like right across the street from me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love it. Great.
I still haven't been to
That's
a
a shocker.
Chipotle ever. I think.
That's not
I think-
true. You're lying.
I think I was.
It's bullshit because we've had the debate of Moe's versus Chipotle on here, and you've like if you
I might have
haven't
had
been
I might have
if
had a
you
couple
haven't-
bites of a burrito in high
if
school.
you haven't
You're
ever
lying.
had Chipotle, then you're the biggest dickhead in the world because we've
No,
had
no.
so many
Yeah,
arguments
you were
on the
yeah,
show,
well, just
off
Moe's
the
is
show.
good. I
about
don't want
Mo-
to do a morning zoo Moe's versus Chipotle thing. I was just
No,
giving an
you're
update because
you're just
Fire brought up
trying to be-
Chipotle.
You're
I'm
such
not
a
trying
black
to be.
sheep.
No, I
You're
won't
trying to be
say
a
it.
black
Hack.
sheep.
You're
Fuck
such a
you! I'm
hack.
not a hack.
You're such a hack.
I
No,
won't
you
go there.
are.
Why would I go? Why would I go there? Everyone that I know goes there, talks about how
But
they
you
skip
used
on
to
everything,
argue with
or they
them,
get
but
E.
my-
coli, or
my
they're sitting there
point-
with
my point is that
diarrhea.
you used to
you know,
argue
or
with this in the
food
locker
poisoning,
room,
I'm
at
sure.
the lunch table,
Yeah, you're
on the show, like just on the phone. Like you would
You're being
argue this
different to be different.
incessantly that Chipotle was bad, and you
I
you
haven't
just
heard a good thing
admitted
about
you've
it.
never been. You've done it so many
I've
times.
heard from 2 insulated freaks in Jake Fire and Joe DeLeone that Chipotle is good, and I'm not using that as a reputable source.
But you
I'm
can't.
not going to say
you
"Oh,
can't claim that it's bad when you have
Like I said,
constantly claimed
I
that
think
it's bad
I've had
when
a
you've
couple
never
bites
had
of it. I think I've had a couple bites.
Just
that,
like
oh,
you claim
that's
that
it.
guacamole
Sean.
is bad and you never had it.
Guacamole still can blow a dog.
Oh my god! I forgot that you didn't like guacamole. So you're not gonna like my Chipotle order then if you don't like guacamole. I mean,
Go ahead, let's hear it. I'll
Brown
give it a
rice,
grade
black
1 out of
beans.
10.
the new chicken. The
Start it
pollo
over.
asado.
You just started sprinting into it. Have some timing. Go ahead.
Brown rice, black beans, the new pollo asado. Very nice. Little
One or two
limes.
Brown rice.
Just one.
The
one
fact that
regular
you have to
portion.
specify 1 or 2 scoops is all I need to say. You know what
Well-
you get at Moe's? Big scoop. That's what you get at Moe's. Oh, can I
Okay.
get 2 scoops, please?
All right.
Sorry.
So brown rice, black beans, the chicken. Then you go mild, hot, corn cheese, sour cream, guac, 2 vinaigrettes, and a bag of chips. And use the chips as a vehicle to scoop the innards of the bowl into your mouth. Chip is the vehicle.
Dear child.
Bowl. Bang. Knock your socks off.
I don't disagree. I mean, that sounds like a fine
mild-
order.
First of all, brown rice. No.
Good.
Brown rice is good within its own regard, but within a burrito, you should have the Mexican rice, the lime rice, the cilantro rice, yellow rice. I don't know, white rice, not brown rice. Why would brown rice go?
You don't
into a
think they
burrito?
season up the brown rice a little bit at Chipotle? They do.
Oh my god! You said you got a
It
mild
tastes just as
spice
good as
level
the white
burrito.
rice.
Zip
What?
it.
But Sean, can
It's
you
hot.
please do me a favor, Sean?
Yeah, sure.
Can you please sometime this weekend? Can you please go to a Chipotle so we can
Hey,
have an
suck my
actual,
balls. How about
accurate-
that?
All right, cool. So you
Hey,
continue to be a
don't talk to
denier.
Joe like that.
I'm
Joe,
gonna
got
be.
your back, man.
What? Thanks, Flyer.
Oh,
Sean,
he's got
you're
your
gonna go
back
to
when it-
Chipotle and you're gonna like it, and I know you're gonna like it, and you're gonna come back on here, and then you're gonna just try to keep being the black sheep, and you're just gonna keep trying to be different, and I know you're, but I know deep down,
I'm gonna
you're gonna
avoid that
enjoy it.
establishment. This weekend I will be in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm gonna be eating some tapas.
Go
Gonna get a
see Garo.
steak.
Go see Garo.
Well, Garo is gonna be working where I'm going, so maybe we can meet up.
Okay.
He's at Boston College, right?
Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ! If I get another fucking phone call,
All right. There's the cue. 40
Sorry.
minutes. It's strong enough. I'll ask other people for their Boston food recommendations. Fire. Thank you very much. Just because I know it's gonna be wasted.
I can
on
give you some recommendations. So.
That's all good. Don't worry about it.
All right, I don't even want to anymore. So kick rocks.
Yeah, I
Kick
will.
rocks.
I'll kick plenty of them. All right. Are you gonna be up in Boston this weekend
I'll be on the Cape.
on the game?
Cape.
The
Oh, on the
Cape.
Cape.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun. You gonna be picking apples or something?
Oh my god! All right, I'm getting another phone call, guys. I
All
gotta.
right. This was Hack City, presented by Hack City. I'm Sean Anderson. That's Jake Fire. That's Joe DeLeone. You can follow us on social media at Sanderson Radio on Twitter, at Joe DeLeone on Twitter, and at Jake Fire 4454 on Twitter.
I think just Jake Fire 54 on Twitter.
Oh, whatever. It's Jake Fire. He's got pads
Yeah,
on. And then if you like what you heard, spread the word about Hack City. I don't know if we have a true Hack City send off. Joe's got to take a call, so we're gonna end the show.
No, I texted. I told the person I was going to call him back in a couple minutes. By the way, I have to pat myself on the back. So I decided to start us a fucking TikTok account. I've posted 10 things, and in 3 days we already have 100 followers.
Huh.
More work than any of you have done.